Welcome to Lord Fussington's walkthrough of the critically acclaimed game Demon's Souls. In the previous video, I, Lord Fussington, took you through the tutorial in which I defeated a vanguard with as much ease as the dragon god defeated me. Today, however, that's the Strav of Boletaria, and coincidentally we will be going through Boletarian Palace, the first world, first archstone, first area of this world, and we will be fighting the Phalanx, the boss. We will also be fighting blue-eyed knights and hoplites and Dreglings and Boletarian Soldiers. So that's Boletarian Palace, or at least the walls of it. So we start off here, pick up some late moon grass, brilliant, and continue on. Don't touch Excalibur, there's no reason to return to the Nexus quite yet, we just got here, there's much to do. So these are enemies, it's the first time we've encountered this type, called Dreglings. And couple of hits later, dead. That tends to be how enemies die in this game. You hit them. Here we have a locked gate that leads to another area. In the previous video, if you didn't watch the previous video, I imparted much of my Demon Souls wisdom onto the listener. Such as how to do backstabs, get behind the enemy, and stab. If you didn't watch the video, I highly recommend you do. It'll make your Demon Souls experience much easier. Your gameplay will drastically improve. That's a promise. So just continue up. These aren't very difficult enemies. There's a much worse, like hoplites are really the toughest enemy in the game. Oh, I realize that not everyone's going to have this weapon, which is a shame. So this massive gate here is where the Phalanx. He lies beyond the massive gate. Oh yeah, the previous gate, by the way, that we first saw that led to that other area that I didn't really talk about. In the other area, you can find Morale, the executioner. To open that gate. Oh, by the way, remember this gate as well. To open that gate, you need to have white or black world tendency. What I did there, excellent tactic. I locked on to all three of the enemies, and getting hit in the process. That's an excellent push that I missed. You see where all the, if you like the lights and all that, and you're a bit drawn to it, you can jump in. There is a bit of harm in doing so, though. You will die. But it's Demon Souls, it's part of the game. So shield out. And there's a guy here. So he attacks with his sword, but he can't go through the wall, the stone wall. I, however, wielding the halberd, can go through walls. Just some good information there, some good advice to take in. Halberds through stone walls, swords not through stone walls. Make sure you kill all the furniture. Check under the beds as well. There could be enemies just lurking. That's the thing, you gotta check every crevice, and sometimes you might even get a prize for it. There you go, there's a prize. Firebomb, brilliant. Now you wanna keep the firebombs and the turpentine for the boss. Don't waste it on Boletarian Soldiers. The boss is, you may have guessed it, weak against fire. There's some really good advice. Keep that in mind. Here I showed you how to pull just one enemy, rather than both, since there's only two there. So obviously, anyway, so pulling one will make life a bit easier, so you can sort of get used to the pattern of the enemy. That's the thing about this game. Every enemy has a pattern, okay? You just got to memorize the pattern, look for its weak points, and attack. Remember, hitting is the way to defeat enemies, or you can always lure them to the cliffs and whatnot, and you can have them fall over as well. That was a combo. With this weapon, there's a couple of combos that you can use. Right now I'm doing R1, R1. That's a very simple combo. You can do it with actually any weapon. There's R1, R1 is a combo. It's probably the simplest combo as well. This whole area is there's a lot of firebombing here. Now what firebombs are, they're bombs of fire, and they hurt. So if you stay in one place like this, and you'll get hit. Maybe not in the face, but definitely in the shoulder. Just take some crescent moon grass. Greatest grass in the game. That's a slave shield. Keep in mind that there's an item over there that we can't get to quite yet, but we will later. So that's some nice scenery. Oh, so he just fell off. You don't normally want to have your enemies fall off. He tried. See, he's using a sword. I've got a halberd right through the stone wall. This game is very realistic, and that's why there are demons and God. So that's a boulder. It's rolling. So you just gotta dodge that and remember that item I said about maybe 5 seconds ago? Okay, it was more like 10 seconds ago. I said remember that item? Well, that boulder just got you the item, which is a bastard sword, I believe. I believed correctly. So go back up here. Right, there's that enemy we pushed off. You don't normally want to push enemies off cliffs because they might drop unique items like the slave shield. We've never seen a slave shield before, and Dreglings can drop the slave shield. Slave's shield. That's a catapult. Just go around it. There's no reason to sort of bump into. Oh, combo. R2, R1. I think that's what I did. So here there's two guys. Boletarian Soldier, crossbowman. That was an excellent tactic. You want to sort of fake, seem as though you're going to dodge the bolt and take the bolt to the face, and then lock on to the enemy that's furthest away from you and attack. It's brilliant. Just really, you should emulate that tactic over and over again. It's bound to get you success. By the way, there was a bridge there, and there was a red-eyed knight. You can fight him if you'd like. I'm not going to. I will post a video on how to defeat the red-eyed knight, because it's usually you go to the red-eyed knight for farming purposes. So we've met this guy before, and he's dead already. There's just got to remember the patterns, right? So I know the patterns exceptionally well. What he will do is shield bash, right? If he does the shield bash, you roll out of the way. If he does he'll go thrust slash, so you can roll out of the way there, or you can shield, right? So he'll hit it, and that'll force him to recoil, and then you can attack. Brilliant. And then he has that a flurry of three attacks. Three attacks where he goes. I think it's something like. I remember all the patterns, but I think it's something like slash thrust. Maybe it doesn't matter. The point is, the blue-eyed knight. There's no hypocrisy here, by the way. And the blue-eyed knight will die if you hit him. So you can basically, when he recoils, you can hit him then, or you can attack between swings. Also, when he starts backing up, that means he's going to heal himself. So they just died. They had fire. They're turpentine on their swords. They just died when they hit the barrels. You can imagine what's in the barrels. It isn't water. So go down these stairs. Through here. Attack these chains, and that will release 2 bodies. One body has a jade hair ornament. The other one has the old ragged set. Go down these stairs, and these ones as well. And these okay. The old ragged set can only be worn by females. Okay. So the women playing this game, you can wear them. The jade hair ornament can be given to Stockpile Thomas or the Crow in 4-1. Those bodies, that is the wife and daughter of Stockpile Thomas, and that's why you can give him the jade hair ornament. They're dead, by the way. So if you didn't sort of realize that, it's a sad story. There's actually on GameFAQs there's one of these documents that talk about the lore of the game, and I think that's mentioned there as well. So if you're interested, go check it out. That's the Cling Ring, really important. Lose less HP in soul form, so just put it on. Brilliant. Pick up this stuff. So now if you die, so this is the gate I told you to remember, right? So now if you die, you'll have less to sort of fight. You won't have to go through that whole firebombing exercise again. Those dangerous pits and all that. You just have to climb these stairs, fight everyone in here, and kill the blue-eyed knight, and then go through the fog gate. And that's where the next video will begin, through the fog gate. Next video is called Part 2 of Boletarian Palace 1-1. And I'll see you then.